everything. You're angry at God. I definitely was angry at God. I was like, God, why would you let this happen? You feel like everyone's lying to you, but it's real. Hi guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. So today I want to talk to you guys about something pretty important to me, and it's the stages that you go through when you're grieving. And I really wanted to talk to you guys about this because it's been resonating in my heart to do this. And I know that I'm probably not the only one that has been through this, and I know that I'm not going to be the only one that will ever go through it. So I thought, why not share my experience? So I'm not sure if many of you know, but I lost my dad going on 4 years now. So in 2014, I lost my dad, and it's been a hell of a roller coaster of experiences throughout that 4 years. But it's so much better now. But I thought, definitely to come on here and share what has helped me go through it, and just kind of go through the stages of grief, and tell you guys, my experience really, and maybe it'll help someone out there that's going through the same thing. And yeah, I'm just gonna jump right into it. So the first stage of grief is denial. So denial is basically a stage where you're like denying that it actually happened. So for me, when I heard the news, I was like, no way, no way. Like when you're younger, you think that people live forever, which is, really a bizarre thought to have, but it's real. And yeah, when I heard the news, I was like, no, absolutely not. There's no way my dad is gone. Like, he was just on the phone with me maybe 4 days ago. Like, there was absolutely no way. And, I battled with the thought for a long time, even after it was confirmed and from numerous sources, even my own mom. I still couldn't believe it. And till this day, sometimes I'm like, he's not gone. But yeah, definitely that first stage is denial, where you feel like everyone's lying to you, but it's real. Now the second stage is anger. You're angry at yourself for not calling that person or even people more. You're angry at the world, at people. You're angry at everything. You're angry at God. I definitely was angry at God. I was like, God, why would you let this happen? I go to church every Sunday. I pray to you every day. Why would you let this happen to me and my family? Like, you're super angry, and it depends on you really how long the stage would be. Now, going back to stage one, the stage of denial it depends on you. Honestly, I feel like everyone goes through grief differently, but stage one can literally last anywhere from 1 to 2 months, or maybe a month. For me, like I said, sometimes I still feel the same way, but it definitely lasted for me maybe like 1 to 2 months. And then anger, it depends on you, honestly. I'm just going to say for me how long it lasted for me. Anger for me lasted maybe 6 months. Yeah, I was angry for a long time. And sometimes you rebel and you just do like just crazy things that you normally wouldn't do, the things that are out of your character. And it's okay to go through this stage. Just make sure that you have people that love you around you, so you don't go to the extreme end where like you're having thoughts of committing suicide or anything crazy like that. Just surround yourself with people who love you, so like your family and your close friends and maybe your partner. And yeah, these people are the people that will help you get through this stage of anger best. The next stage is bargaining. So you start to bargain with God. Hey, well, maybe if I acted a different way, like maybe if I worshiped you more, you just start to bargain, with different options, and really, there's nothing to bargain about. I feel like honestly in life that God just puts things into perspective. That I feel like things are meant to happen when they're meant to happen. I do feel like there's a reason why everything happens the way they happen. For me, I feel like losing my dad has not only made me a stronger person, a stronger woman, but also a more loving person. So I've learned to appreciate the people that are in my life a lot more, because they could be gone tomorrow. Like, literally, they could be gone tomorrow. So bargaining can last anywhere. Maybe this is probably the shortest stage of like grief. Maybe 1 week to maybe even 3 weeks. It's a really short phase that you pass through in the grief process, but it's definitely something that happens a lot when you lose someone. And you also start to feel like you could do anything to make the pain go away. You feel like maybe if you took a lot of pain meds, or if you watch a lot of movies, or if you went to the gym more, you'd forget that person. But the pain is still there, and it still lingers on. And then this leads into the next phase, which is probably the worst phase of grief. And this phase is called the depression stage. And this is the phase where you really want to if I didn't say it enough in the last stage of anger, you really want to have people around you in the stage of depression. You really want loved ones around you, because this stage can linger on for years if you're not careful. It can linger on and affect your job, affect your livelihood, affect your, the way you consume food. It can really affect a lot of areas of your life. So you really want to be around people who love you the most to make sure that you get out of this stage as quickly as possible. For me, this stage probably lasted maybe a year, honestly. I went through a stage of depression for a long time. I was just like not happy with anything. Like nothing made me happy, nothing excited me. I was just mad at life, like questioning my existence. There's so many things that went through my brain throughout this phase, but like I said, definitely have people that love you, and you'll be just fine. But just take it easy on yourself. It's okay. It's fine to maybe drink wine here and there, but just don't, if you take one glass of wine and it knocks you out, don't escalate it to like 5 glasses or 10, because it's only going to get worse. And if you need to talk to a counselor, book that appointment and talk to a counselor. It might help you as well. Acceptance. So this is the last phase, and this one is definitely the stage that we all want to get to, but unfortunately a lot of people don't even make it to this phase because they're so angry at the world, they're so angry at so many things. But I think for me, I definitely got into the acceptance stage maybe even last year. So yeah, 3 years in, I finally got into the acceptance stage. I got into this stage due to multiple different factors. Factors like definitely not hearing from my dad ever again, or just so many reminders that he's truly gone. And just knowing that I definitely need to not forget about him, but just move forward in life, because if you don't leave some things behind, you can't move forward in life. So this stage was definitely the hardest to get to, but I'm grateful to God that I'm here, and I'm hoping I don't go backwards, because yes, these stages are sequential, but sometimes you can find yourself jumping back into stage 1 or stage 2. So the acceptance stage is definitely the best stage. I'm happy. I've accepted what happened. I trust that God did it for a reason, and He knows why what happened. And yeah, if you have any questions, definitely message me, send me a message, send me an email, leave me a message on my social media, and I'll be happy to help you. Like I said, I've been through this 4 years in, and it's definitely not the best place to be for anyone. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how old your parent was. I don't care what consequences surrounded their death. It's not something that that I wish on anyone. Losing a parent is probably the worst thing that would ever happen to anyone. And yeah, I'm here to help. If you have any questions, like I said, definitely let me know, and I'll be glad to hold your hand through this process. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.